welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I like reading romance, fantasy romance, paranormal romance, any kind of genre of romance in general. And I also happen to have cerebral palsy, and it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel. Happy Monday! I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today's video is going to be another recommendation video for books that I think are perfect to read in the fall. I saw a couple people do this video. Tori from Novel Life, Cheyenne from That Tall Book Girl, Sam from Sam Reads a Little, and Justin, Peaceful Books. So I'll link their channel down below. If you want more fall recs, please check their videos out. Here are my recommendations. I have a mix of fantasy romance, paranormal romance, dark romance, contemporary romances. So I have a lot of options for you. Let's start with my fantasy romances. Heavenly Bodies by Imani Iru. I'm hoping I say her last name right. But we follow Aurelia. Kingdom is taken over by the gods. The gods killed her parents because of a prophecy that she's going to fall in love with one of the gods and bring that god to their destruction. And the god who destroyed her parents and put her kingdom in disarray thinks that he is the god in the prophecy. So Aurelia runs away to a neighboring kingdom and asks the king for sanctuary to hide her from the gods because she doesn't want the gods to know where she is. He said yes on the condition that she uses her powers for the war against the gods. She accepts the king's condition, but she has to train under the king's son, whose name is Enzo, so she can learn how to use her powers. It's a slow burn romance between Enzo and the heroine. The tension between them is palpable. But Alora is still holding the prophecy over her head, but she can't deny her feelings for Enzo too, and Enzo falls first. The reason why I put this on my recommendation video of the heroine's cool powers: she has shadow magic, she has dream walking, and she has compulsion. And that gives me witchy vibes, even though she's not a witch. A crown of Oaths and Curses by J. Bree. It's her new fantasy romance. It's an MF fantasy romance. This is not a reverse harem. Well, the first book, it's hardly a romance because it's truly enemies to lovers between a witch and a fae prince. If you read the prequel, you'll see that the heroine, Brooke, tries to run away from said prince. Her and her twin brother, twin brother or younger brother, go fight in the war, they go become generals because her coven was completely destroyed by the Fae, and she has this voice inside her head. She can communicate with her fated mate, but she runs away from said fated mate. She goes back to her fated mate because she can't run away from her fate anymore. But when Soren finds out she's a witch, he's completely distrustful of her, and it's their enemies' romance. And I put this on my list of fall recommendations because, again, Rook's powers is very earthy. She can control, like, nature. It's very, her powers are very nature inspired. Like, she can control the earth, and she has this scepter, and that really gives me fall vibes. A dark romance, and that is Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. I put this book on here because I read Sea of Ruin last year in the fall time, so it is a pirate romance. We follow Bennett, who is running away from her husband on this. Her husband is also a pirate, but she's running away from her husband because of something that happened, and she gets captured by a pirate hunter. And Bennett's stories go from there. It's a really dark romance. Check your trigger warnings, but it is so good. If you're okay with really dark romances, please read this. Because it was spectacular. I still think about it to this day. Canary Cowards by Jessie Hall. We follow Dylan and Lake. Dylan is a sports physical therapist. She works at a gym, and she is a caregiver for her older brother who has autism. And Lake is a football player who tore his ACL, and he wants to get back on the field really quickly, and he wants the best person to help him, and he finds out that the best person to help him is Dylan because she worked with a football player before, and she got the football player back in the field in like 9 months. And so Lake goes to Dylan, assuming Dylan is a man. Dylan turned out to be a woman. As Dylan helps Lake recover, he starts developing feelings for her first, but Lake tries to keep their relationship professional because she really needs this job to provide for her brother, and because she has scars from her past relationship, like her past boyfriend really did a number on her because she did something terrible to her older brother who had autism, and that left a scar on her emotionally, not just on Dylan, but also her brother as well. But not only does Lake fall in love with Dylan, he also falls in love with her older brother. Gone Wild by Juliet Cross. Actually, this whole series gives me fall vibes, but my favorites in the series are book 2 and book 5, but you cannot read my favorites unless you read book 1. So we follow Mateo, who is a wolf shifter who needs help to control his wolf, and because his wolf is going away and harming people, and he asks people who can help him control his wolf. Then he hears about this witch who can take away hexes. I forgot her name, but he goes to this witch and asks her, can she please help him, like, tame his wolf side, because he doesn't want to hurt anybody. The heroine has preconceived notions about wolves, because in this Stay Spell world, wolves had a really bad reputation, but she agrees to help him because she can see Mateo is really struggling, and it just gave me fall vibes. The way Julia described New Orleans, it was really beautiful. The last book I mentioned multiple times on my channel. I read this book because of Morgan and from Nothing Better Than a Book. And since I mentioned it multiple times on my channel, I'm not going to go too deep into it. But it's Give Me Butterflies by Jillian Meadows. I had to put this on my fall recommendation video because look at the cover. It screams fall vibes. And it's a workplace romance, single guardian romance, cooking lessons romance. He falls first. And it was just so cute. All the recommendations I have for romance books to read in the fall. Please let me know if you have read any of these books. I would love to know. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. That will mean the world to me. And I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.